Welcome back to Prince Bikes Update. Today we're diving into a complete, in-depth review of a beast that continues to carry the legendary motocross flag for Suzuki, the 2025 RM-Z450. If you're a dirt bike enthusiast, or just someone who wants the raw facts on whether this is the ride for you, then stick around because we've got a lot to unpack. We've been hands-on with this machine, and we're going to break down everything from how it looks, how it rides, what's powering it, and of course, whether it's worth your money in 2025. Right off the bat, let's talk about the visual presence. Suzuki has done a subtle but meaningful refresh to the design of the RM-Z450. From the front, you'll immediately notice that aggressive, race-ready stance. The front fender and number plate have sharper contours now, giving it that modern look while still staying true to Suzuki's signature yellow color scheme. It's bold, it's classic, and it still pops on the track or in your garage. The front fork guards are bulked up a bit, giving better coverage and a slight visual edge. Moving to the side profile, the bike just looks planted. The slim bodywork and minimalistic graphics let the design language breathe. The ergonomics are tight and clean. The radiator shrouds are sharp and aggressive, blending seamlessly into the seat and fuel tank, giving the rider that tucked-in feel. From the side, you can really appreciate the mass centralization that Suzuki has worked on. Everything looks like it's positioned with purpose and no frills, just pure focus on performance. At the back, Suzuki hasn't done anything wild, and that's actually a good thing. The rear fender stays true to form, functional and sturdy without being overdone. The taillight assembly is non-existent because, let's remember, this is a track-focused machine. The twin exhaust outlets remain compact and neatly integrated, with a dark matte finish that complements the overall race aesthetic. It's all about purpose here, and it shows. Now let's dive under the plastics and talk about what really matters to the heart of the RM-Z450. The 2025 model retains the tried and tested 449cc, four-stroke, single-cylinder DOC engine. This engine has earned its stripes over the years and for good reason. It's torquey, responsive, and delivers consistent power throughout the rev range. Suzuki has fine-tuned the fuel injection mapping for 2025 to improve throttle response, especially in the low to mid RPMs. This means quicker launches out of corners and a more predictable feel, which is exactly what you want on a motocross track. Pairing that engine is Suzuki's 5-speed constant mesh transmission. The gearing feels well-spaced, with a solid ratio that gives you the grunt when you need it without feeling like you're constantly shifting. The clutch action is smooth, with a lighter pull than previous years, thanks to some refinements in the internal spring mechanism. Whether you're hammering out laps or trail riding, it holds its own beautifully. But of course, power means nothing without control, and this is where the RM-Z450 really shines for 2025. The chassis is still based on the aluminum twin spar frame, but it's been reinforced in key stress areas to improve rigidity without sacrificing weight. This results in sharper cornering and improved feedback, especially when you're pushing hard. Front suspension duties are handled by the Showa coil spring forks, which offer about 12 inches of travel. The tuning has been tweaked slightly for 2025 to better handle landings and keep the front end planted in rough terrain. Out back, you've got the Showa balance-free rear cushion, BFRC, shock. It's the same high-end unit seen on previous models, but again, Suzuki has adjusted damping settings to give better traction and stability in loose conditions. Whether you're flying over whoops or hitting tight berms, the suspension soaks it all up with confidence. Handling has always been a strong point for the RM-Z series, and this year is no different. The bike's geometry allows for super sharp turns, and it holds a line like it's on rails. The balance between front and rear weight distribution has been fine-tuned just enough to make the bike feel more neutral in the air and more predictable when landing. Let's talk about braking. Up front, you've got the 270mm wave-style disc with a twin-piston caliper, while the rear runs a 240mm disc with a single piston. Braking is strong, with solid bite and minimal fade even after repeated hard stops. Suzuki hasn't gone with anything gimmicky here, just solid, dependable components that get the job done. The electronics package includes the Suzuki Holeshot Assist Control, S-Hack, which gives you 3 selectable launch modes depending on the track conditions. This is one of those features that seasoned riders really appreciate. Helps get that extra edge out of the gate. There's also an updated traction management system that reads engine RPM, throttle position, and gear position to adjust ignition timing on the fly. It's not overcomplicated, and that's what makes it useful. You don't need a laptop to tweak it. It's rider-friendly and effective. In terms of rider comfort and ergonomics, the 2025 RM-Z450 features a flat, grippy seat and tapered handlebars that offer a solid, natural riding position. The bike feels narrow between the legs, and that's important for rider movement, especially when transitioning from seated to standing or leaning through corners. Weight-wise, we're looking at about 247 pounds wet, which is right in line with the class average. Suzuki hasn't made any dramatic weight cuts, but thanks to the improved balance and suspension tuning, the bike feels lighter when you're actually riding. It responds quickly to input and doesn't fight you when you want to flick it side to side. Now, let's talk numbers. The 2025 Suzuki RM-Z450 is priced at around $9,199, keeping it among the more affordable options in the 450cc motocross category. That's a huge win for budget-conscious riders who want factory-level performance without draining their wallet. And with Suzuki's track record for reliability and a massive aftermarket support community, this bike gives you a lot of bang for your buck. The RM-Z450 might not have all the electronic gadgets that some of its rivals are starting to pack in, like full smartphone tuning apps or launch control adjustability via Wi-Fi, but it focuses on what really matters: ride quality, reliability, and straight-up performance. That simplicity is part of its charm. It's the kind of bike that doesn't get in your way, it just lets you ride. So, who is this bike for? If you're a serious rider who races regularly or even a weekend warrior who wants pro-level handling and a bulletproof engine, this bike will not let you down. It's also a great platform for those who love to customize their bikes, because it gives you a solid base with room to build. Alright folks, that wraps up our deep dive into the 2025 Suzuki RM-Z450. It's a refined machine that knows exactly what it saw and doesn't pretend to be something it's not. No gimmicks, no fluff, just a well-balanced, aggressively tuned motocross bike that wants to be ridden hard. If you're thinking about stepping up to a 450 or upgrading your current ride, this one definitely deserves a spot on your short list. Thanks again for watching Prince Bikes Update. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you found this review helpful. Got questions about this bike or want us to compare it to other 450s on the market? Drop it in the comments. We love hearing from you guys. Catch you in the next one, and as always, ride safe, ride smart, and keep it pinned.